Have you ever felt like life knocked you down so hard that getting back up seemed impossible? Maybe you're drowning in debt, or working 2 jobs and still can't pay the bills. Maybe your business failed, and now everyone sees you as a loser. And the worst part? You've started believing them. But what if I told you that none of those things define your future? You see, the people who succeed, truly succeed, aren't the ones who had the perfect plan. They're the ones who refuse to stay down. They didn't give up when the world told them, "You're not good enough." They used failure as fuel. They used rejection as redirection. Donald Trump once said in his book, Trump 101, The Way to Success, "Never give up. Persistence is the key to success. If you quit, it's over." It sounds simple, but how many of us are actually living that? How many dreams have died not because they were impossible, but because we stopped believing? This video isn't just about money. It's about mindset. It's about becoming the kind of person who can rise, even when everything around them is falling apart. So here's my question for you. What would your life look like if you decided, right now, that no matter how bad things get, you'll never give up? Part 1. Turning pain into power, how rock bottom becomes the foundation of wealth. Let's be real. Hitting rock bottom hurts. It's humiliating. It's lonely. And sometimes, it feels like there's no way out. But here's the truth no one tells you. Rock bottom is where real transformation begins. Donald Trump, whether you admire him or not, went through his own version of hell. Bankruptcy, billions in debt, media attacks, business failures. Most people would have disappeared, but not him. He clawed his way back, one tough decision at a time. Why? Because he understood something most people never learn. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. He wrote, "When you hit a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it." This mindset is what separates the broke from the wealthy, not just in money, but in spirit. Most people stop when life gets hard. Winners don't. They turn pain into power. If you're in debt, if you're struggling to survive, if every month feels like a battle just to stay afloat, don't see it as the end. See it as your beginning. Because when you're at your lowest, you're also at your most dangerous. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. That's when courage is born. That's when clarity shows up. That's when hunger kicks in. So instead of asking, "Why me?" ask yourself this. What if rock bottom was the exact place you needed to be to build the life you've always dreamed of? Part 2. The myth of overnight success and the power of relentless consistency. Let's crush one of the most dangerous lies in personal finance and success, the myth of overnight success. Social media makes it look like everyone's winning. Fast. A teenager starts a business and becomes a millionaire in 6 months. Someone else posts a viral video and quits their job the next day. Suddenly, your steady grind feels pointless, too slow, not flashy enough. But here's what they never show you: the sleepless nights, the self-doubt, the 10 years of failing before the overnight success moment. Donald Trump put it simply in Trump 101. Success takes time, determination, and daily effort. There are no shortcuts, just smart decisions and consistent action. And that consistency? That's where most people fall apart. They try budgeting. For a week, they invest and panic when the market drops. They start a side hustle and quit when they don't get 100 customers in the first month. But here's the truth. Wealth isn't built on inspiration. It's built on discipline. You don't have to make $10,000 tomorrow. You just have to make $1 today. And do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. That's how financial freedom is actually built. One boring, relentless, consistent step at a time. Success isn't for the most talented. It's not for the luckiest. It's for the most committed. So ask yourself this. Are you willing to stay consistent even when no one is clapping, watching, or believing in you? Except you? Part 3. Your environment is lying to you. Escaping the trap of small thinking. You weren't born to struggle your whole life, but if you're surrounded by people who gave up on their dreams, people who settle, People who say, just be realistic. Then sooner or later, their voices become your beliefs. Your environment is shaping your future more than you realize. It whispers to you, day after day, that you should stay small, stay safe, stay broke, stay in your place. But here's what Trump 101 teaches us. If you're going to think anyway, you might as well think big. Let that sink in. You have the same brain as a millionaire, the same 24 hours as a billionaire. The difference isn't in opportunity, it's in vision. People who think small limit their future before life ever gets a chance to. You want to get out of debt? Start a business? Build real wealth? You can't do it thinking like everyone around you. You need to think bigger, dream bolder, and move differently. That might mean losing friends, being misunderstood, feeling alone. But it's better to be alone on the path to greatness than surrounded by doubters in the prison of mediocrity. Every great success story begins with someone who dared to break away from their environment, who said, I refuse to live like this for the rest of my life. So let me ask you, who in your life is keeping you broke? Not just financially, but mentally and emotionally. And more importantly, are you finally ready to outgrow them? Part 4. Failure is feedback. What broke people miss that the wealthy understand. Most people see failure as the end. They lose money and think it means they're not cut out for business. They get rejected once and decide they'll never be successful. They try, fall short, and then stop trying altogether. But wealthy people, they see failure for what it really is. Feedback. Donald Trump said in Trump 101, sometimes by losing a battle, you find a new way to win the war. And that shift in perspective is everything. When you view failure as a teacher instead of a sentence, your entire world changes. That failed business? It taught you how not to spend. That lost investment? It showed you what not to trust. That bankruptcy? It forced you to rebuild your character, not just your bank account. Broke people make one tragic mistake. They personalize failure. They say, I failed, therefore I am a failure. But the wealthy say, I failed, and now I'm wiser. See the difference? One stays stuck, the other grows stronger. You can't build wealth without setbacks. You can't grow without pressure. You can't transform without discomfort. Failure is the tuition you pay for success, and the price is worth it. So the next time you fall, don't ask, why me? Ask this instead. What is this moment trying to teach me? And how can I use it to come back even stronger? Because the truth is, the most powerful version of you doesn't rise in spite of failure, but because of it. Part 5. The Relentless Mindset. Why Success Belongs to the Unshakable. There's one thing that separates the people who talk about success from the ones who live it. Relentlessness. It's not talent, it's not IQ, it's not luck. It's the refusal to back down, the refusal to stay broken, the refusal to let anything, debt, rejection, betrayal, failure, stop them from becoming who they were born to be. Donald Trump once wrote, sometimes, by sheer determination alone, you can make incredible things happen. Don't quit. Don't ever quit. That's not just motivational fluff. That's survival advice. In the real world, things go wrong. Clients cancel, deals fall through. Rent is due, and money is tight. People let you down. Life tests you, again and again and again. And here's the raw truth. Most people don't fail because of their circumstances. They fail because they give up too soon. They lose $500 and quit. They get laughed at and disappear. They fall once and never try again. But the winners? They keep showing up, no matter how long it takes, no matter how ugly it gets, no matter how many times they have to rebuild from zero. Because they've made a decision, I will win or I will die trying. And that mindset? It changes everything. So let me ask you, what would happen to your life if you refused to quit? No matter how long the road, how hard the fall, or how slow the progress, what could you become? If nothing could stop you, if you've made it this far, you're not like most people. Most people quit halfway. Most people look for shortcuts. Most people stay stuck. Not because they have no options, but because they've lost belief. But you're still here. That means something. It means there's a fire inside you, even if life tried to put it out. It means there's still a dream you refuse to bury, even if the world has tried to silence it. It means you're not done. And that's everything. So now it's time to choose. Not just to watch this video, but to act on it. To make a real decision right here, right now. Decide that you're done living paycheck to paycheck. Decide that you're not going to be defined by your past. Decide that failure will not have the final word. Donald Trump wrote, "You can't be afraid of losing. You can't be afraid of risk. If you're going to succeed, you need to be bold, persistent, and absolutely fearless." So here's my challenge to you. Write down the one thing you've been afraid to start. The dream you've been putting off because of fear, failure, or finances. Then, do something about it today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Post it in the comments. Speak it into existence. Let the world hear you say, "I'm not giving up." Because this isn't just a video, this is a turning point. You're not powerless. You're not broken. You're not stuck. You are one relentless decision away from becoming someone no one can ignore. So let me leave you with this. What would your life look like 1 year from now? If you decided today that you will never give up again. If this video spoke to you, don't forget to subscribe to Raidspire for more powerful content. Leave a comment to share your thoughts, and send this video to someone who needs it. Your support helps us reach and inspire more people every single day.